Welcome back, folks. My next guest is a professor of African American Studies at Vanderbilt University and the author of the new book, Entertaining Race, Performing Blackness in America. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Michael Eric Dyson. Always nice.
Brother Baptiste.
It's always nice to have you on.
That bubble gum is looking hot over there,
Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Now, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
Thank you, my man.
The book is Entertaining Race, Performing Blackness in America.
Right.
Congratulations on it.
Thank you, my friend.
You say...
Thank you.
It's hefty. It's hefty. It's a big subject.
It's hefty.
You say that entertaining race is a triple entendre.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, first of all, it means that black people have been forced to entertain for the dominant society from the time of enslavement on slave ships, on plantations, at the behest of slave owners. Secondly, that black people have had to entertain the ideal of race, to talk about it. Selling, water on the street or lemonade or barbecuing in the park and being forced to be accountable for their presence in a way that is unruly and yet demanded. So we've had to entertain the ideal of race constantly, even when we don't want to. And then thirdly, we've had to be entertaining about how we talk about race. There's a great subject. It's very complicated. It's got a lot of nuance, and it's got a lot of controversy. So we have to find ways to get beyond it through humor, through self-deprecation, through exploration to get to the issues that are there.
What do you mean performing blackness? It says performing blackness in America. How is blackness performed?
In many ways. You know, you got one of the greatest performers over here, Jon Batiste. You know, he's a great performer.
And the whole band. And the whole band.
And the entire band. And the thing is that performing blackness is both about professional entertainment, about singing and dancing, but it's also about thinking and engaging in a society that doesn't see you as necessarily equal. When you go to work every day, you got to perform a kind of blackness. In spaces that are foreign to you as a black person, how do you make people feel comfortable? How do you get comfortable? How do you adjust yourself to them? And how do you bring the totality of your being into that experience without either savaging your ancestry, but also honoring the traditions to which you speak?
You put yourself on the cover there, I noticed. Okay? So
you weren't available, so I had to do myself, you know?
Entertaining race, and you're on the cover. Do you see yourself as, well, first of all, how do you define entertainer, and are you an entertainer in a sense? I know you're an academic. I know you're a scholar.
Right.
You're a public philosopher in a way.
Right.
Is that also a form of entertainment?
Absolutely. When you think about the word entertainment, and teneer, right, to hold together, to hold, intertwined ways, two different ideas.
Is that really what the root of it is?
Yes.
It's about bringing people together? That's the idea?
Absolutely, and bringing people together and to engage in a dialogue or a thinking about a particular subject. So yeah, as a scholar, my students can't fall asleep. I got to go in there and say something that's interesting and engaging. I can say, well, Foucault talked about the insurrection of subjugated knowledges. That's cool. But if I go in there and talk about, look, Jay-Z said, Mom, God forgive me for my brash delivery, but I remember vividly what these streets did to me. That's an exemplification of what Foucault meant.
In your new book, and this is where it's going to get controversial for us.
Okay.
In your new book, you say that Beyoncé is, quote, without question, the greatest entertainer this globe has ever seen.
Wow.
Okay. I will. Why Beyoncé? And then on my response.
Well, I mean, think about it. Beyoncé is an incredible singer. She's an incredible performer. She channels effortlessly this ancestral grace that has claimed her body, the magic of blackness that she constantly is, putting forth. The pipes are incredible. The dancing on stage. Look, I saw Michael Jackson at his height, an extraordinary performer. Michael would do his thing, You know, and then he would, after, 2, 3 songs, go back, come back. She's performing 2 hours nonstop. She can sing, she can dance. Michael's vocal height was from, say, 10 to about 21. Beyonce's is now strong at 40 as it ever has been at 20. So when I think about the ways in which she channels black ideas, when she channels American ideas, when she channels what it means to be a human being in context of harmony and melody, girl groups, channeling all of that beauty and power in one body, and then making us be riveted by her performance, I think she's an extraordinary person.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you.
Right.
There is no greater fan of Beyonce than yours truly. She's a dear friend, and I hope to meet her someday. Please come on the show. Please come on the show. Jon, you guys in the band, do you have any opinions? Who's the greatest entertainer of all time over there?
Ooh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
I gotta go for Prince myself.
Oh, all right. Defend yourself. Defend yourself.
Prince was an extraordinary artist. I was on stage with Prince once. He said, "I know Mr. Dyson can talk, but can he dance?" I said, "Sir, you're talking to me?" I got on stage and I danced along with Cedric the Entertainer. I love Prince, an incredible genius he was, but when you put it all together, singing, dancing, composing, embodying lyrics, Beyonce is unchallenged.
Anybody else got another one?
What you got? What you got?
I'll say James Brown.
James Brown.
Look, James Brown was amazing. The fluidity of his movement, the way in which he was able to embody the black aesthetic, the drum became central, the percussive element. So on the one was the funk, he was amazing. The pompadour was out of this world. But again, when you talk about the ability to sustain it over space and time.
Anybody else? Hold on. Lampley.
All right, wild card. I like Louis Armstrong.
Oh my. I see green trees bend. Look, Louis Armstrong was amazing. I mean,
transformational.
Transformational. Chose what? July 4th, 1900 to be born. He wasn't really born that day, but he chose that day because American democracy was blown through his trumpet. Here was a man of epic, creativity who was able to articulate the blues sensibility of black people. But Beyonce.
We're good?
Is able to do that.
We're good? Look, I'm not gonna. Andy, you got one?
Duke Ellington.
Duke Ellington.
I mean, Duke, with that piano before him, taking A Train, he was able to compose the incredible vitality of black art. He was able to pull in Johnny Hodges on the saxophone. He was able to give a voice to many singers, including Sarah Vaughan, but Beyonce.
Now listen, I only got two responses. I only got two responses to this. And again, Beyonce, she's my Soul Cycle emergency contact. We're super tight. Do the word Sammy Davis Jr. mean nothing in this town anymore?
I mean, Sammy Davis Jr. was a genius from 5 years old with the Will Maston Trio. Here was a man working.
Dance, act.
Everything. He was capable of doing that. But when I put Beyonce next to Sammy Davis,
okay,
I think she's capable
Diana
of
Ross. Diana Ross. Is there anyone today?
What?
Is there anyone today with the impact of Diana Ross? Come on, my friend. Diana Ross. Beyonce was fantastic in Dreamgirls.
Yes.
What a wonderful performance. You know who she's trying to play? Diana Ross.
Wait a minute. I have no doubt. Diana Ross at 75, extraordinary, exquisite, fusing with Berry Gordy's Motown. I am from Detroit. Motown founded in 1959. Diana Ross claiming the sweet, noble tendencies of black femininity and articulating them in a postmodern space where urban conditions were deriving and driving down black existence, but Beyonce is able
Jon, you
to
got anything to
rise
add
even
before we go?
above
Hold on.
that.
Let's leave it with Jon. Jon, what you got?
I'll give you Beyonce, the Coachella performance. She is one of my heroes.
Yes.
In eras, it's like basketball. There's greats of each era.
Right.
But in the next 20 years, I'm coming for all of them.
Entertaining Race is on sale now. Michael Eric Dyson. We'll be right back.